the official start of 2026 road race season. It is February 12th. It is 2:35. Can't see it. 2:35. Headed to Georgia. I haven't had coffee yet. 2:35 in the morning. I enjoy a good road trip, but this one's a little ridiculous. It's 14 hours door to door, 14 and a half. And I'm going to drive straight through from Mount Bethel, Pennsylvania, clean down to Savannah, Georgia. I'm on a road race all weekend. I'm going to get dirty and sleep in a van. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to get right back in the van. In this stupid little minivan, I'm going to drive 14 hours back home. And we'll see how it goes. Sidecar Racing. 250 GP is the class. The premier class of the year. And I'm going to drive 14 hours. Alright guys, let's do it. Alright, halfway. 6.5 hours down, 6 hours to go. Somewhere in Virginia. And doing alright. And so thought I'd take a quick second here to talk about. So I'm driving down on a Thursday, and today's actually a track day that you get. I think you get guaranteed four runs. They put all the bikes into different groups based on speed, approximately. The slower bikes in a group, the faster bikes in a group. The faster it goes, they group them together so it's safe. So you don't have somebody driving racing at like 100 miles an hour with somebody racing 180. Obviously that's not very safe. So it's 10 o'clock almost, and they should be. So they don't have a spot for sidecars. So what we're going down here for? We race sidecars, but we also, our friends are entered in 250 GP. Which is the premier class. Every year they choose a premier class, which is kind of the featured class. It's they make a bigger deal out of it. And this year it's 250 GP, which happens to be two-stroke twin eligible, which is what we do. So we built a purpose-built 250 GP bike that they're testing today. I will go more into the motor probably at the end of the season just to be safe. We've got some trick stuff going on in there. So the sidecar, we don't have a spot today, so we will not be racing today, but neither engine has actually been started, which is not particularly good. So we assume they'll run. Jetting on a two-stroke obviously is incredibly important. So we could really use the day today. So hopefully they'll get some good jetting work done today. And like I say, the sidecar, maybe just some heat cycles, maybe just fire it up and run it around. Sorry, I got some sun there, sorry. So they should have 4 runs today on the solo bike. No runs on the sidecar today, but everyone's down there and already set up. So as long as I get there by the end of the day, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. And then the way they do the rest of it is Friday will be 4 practices. There'll be normally 6 groups, I think. So there'll be 4 practices. Normally, 2 before, maybe sometimes 5. They run through it again. But there'll be 2 before lunch and 2 after lunch. And then on Saturday, you get 2 practices in a race. And then Sunday, we do 1 practice in a race to try to get everybody out of there a little earlier on Sunday. This year they've got sidecars as race 1, which you've never been race 1 before. I used to race Formula 125, which is one of the pretty much the smallest bikes they got. That used to be race 1 a lot. They change it up just so everybody, if you're race 15, I think there's normally like 15, 16 races. If you're race 15 every time, that means on every Sunday you go to race, you're not getting out of there you're not off the track till 5. You're not getting out of there till like 6, 6:30. So race 15, I don't ever want to be race 15. So race 1 means I can actually get out of there Sunday. With any luck, I'll be out of there by 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the morning. Then I should be able to be home by midnight, hopefully. 14 and a half hours non-stop. Made it. I'm a little tired. 14 and a half non-stop. Hold it. Going straight down there. All the way down, but it don't feel that long. At 100 miles an hour plus. It's paddock for all the rich guys, all the fancy guys. All kinds of cool bikes. We'll get pictures of tomorrow.
So it
Pulls it up the hill, you're good.
well, it doesn't pull me, but it'll pull Howard.
You know it's the airway? Trying to hold that aside. Hey, you weigh 100 rolls.
Here she is, number 50. It's blue. Alright, this is the beginning of Moto Le Mans. It's a wide range of bikes here. I always look out for the two Kawasaki guys, Kenny and Randy. This is them going out for their warm-up lap. And yeah, Randy, that's Kenny there, yep. And this is the only race where you actually have to run to your bikes. The bikes are not started. You have to go across the track. They have holders. Sometimes they don't have holders, actually, but so that when it hits green, you got to run across and then bump start your bike. I chose to follow Kenny there, but he got a little bit of a late start. But yeah, Randy, I think he gets about third. Looks like he's about third there. So then here's another lap of it. There's Randy out front. Yeah, so that's a cool race. Randy actually normally wins that championship every year. He does pretty good in that one. Third, fourth. Grayson took fifth. Holly sixth. This one's actually one of my favorite races, Formula 125. It's all smaller bikes, RD200, TA 125, the F7s. Holly's on an MT 125. This is pretty much the smallest class that Ahrma runs. So I'm excited for this one. I always think this one's the coolest one because it's the tiniest bikes, biggest track, just pinning it the whole way. Looks like this is going to be... So, been sleeping in his van for 2 nights. I got night 3, and yeah, it's been super cool. It's like mid-30s at night, so yeah, it hasn't been all that pleasant, but it's a nice day out today. And so we've been working on Sidecar, working on jetting, ignition. It's going well, going well. We got one cylinder running really, our right cylinder is running really hot. Especially after about 4 laps, it's getting hot. Holly up on 250 GP is doing well. They've got some handling issues. I'll get some video of that later. They've got some handling issues, which is to be expected with a brand new frame. And they've got, they're already out of gearing, which means they're as tall in the gearing, they're as fast, as tall as they got, and they need a little more and they don't have it. So it's very possible that that's going to slow her down, because she's topping out basically going down the straight. She's topping out early, so she can't. So her acceleration basically plateaus. She can't go any faster. Needs to raise the gearing to go faster down the straight. But she's doing all right. We're gonna keep. Yeah. So we have. So here's some pictures of some cool bikes. That's Holly, and that's our CS3 that we have built for the season. That's some RD 400s. One of the guys raced. It's pretty cool. I think that's the one with old Harry Barlow pipes. And yeah, he's had a lot of the meets. That's a TZ350. That's not something you get to see very often at all. That's Frank's. He actually won first place in, I think it was a pretty small class, but yeah, he was doing quite well. But yeah, TZ350 you don't see often. That's us in our sidecar. Of course, I don't take many pictures while I'm actually racing, but we built that from scratch. Built the whole thing, front swing arm, everything. That's Randy and his F7. That's Kenny's F7. They're both similar bikes, but they have a lot of differences with them. They both run my pipes, Soul Power pipes there. All right, so got 3 hours into my 12-hour trip, knocked down for my first stop. Should be home by midnight, 12:30. Not too bad. I'm normally rolling in at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Got lucky today, this weekend, because we were sidecars were race 1. I broke out of there early Sunday. It's raining now, so that's never pleasant. So race recap of the weekend. All of my friends and all the stuff we're doing. Our sidecar continues to be stubborn. Crapped out the whole time, every time. Not fun. Just the heat builds up in the cylinders way too hot. We threw everything we had at it, jetting wise, ignition wise. Absolutely nothing worked. So I have some theories. I won't go into them here. But we're going to be in Carolina next month, and so my other couple friends. Holly on the new CS3, which is for the Premier Championship for 250 GP. I don't know the results of today yet, but she placed 5th out of 22, which is pretty good. So she got 5th place, considering it's a new chassis. Gearing was short. The suspension not worked out yet. It actually worked out pretty good. So I'd say we're happy with 5th. Hopefully she'll get similar today. The first place was a long ways out. I mean, he was like 10, 20 seconds on everybody. That's going to be hard to make up that large of a gap. The other guys, the Kawasaki boys, the Canute brothers, and Kenny's always a little further back because he doesn't race as often. Randy races. Randy's been competitive for the last couple of years, quite competitive. And so Randy in Le Mans, which he won the championship of Le Mans the last 2 seasons. He placed first in Le Mans Saturday, and he actually won Formula 125 yesterday, which he almost won the championship on last year. He's like 1 race short. Kenny and Randy both run my pipes, Soul Power pipes. We're working on a new idea to try to get him a little more power down the straights, a little more revs. There's a Bridgestone 200 that's out there that's really, really quick. He really can't beat him if it's even up. He can't win. Randy can't win. So we're trying to give him a little more power to pull a little more gearing down the straight, so maybe he can keep up with the Bridgestone. All in all, it was a great weekend. I'm tired. I probably don't smell all that great. I'm going to be exhausted till I get home. But good fun. I mean, not something you don't get to see TZs very often. You don't get to see crazy race bikes like that. Wasn't a ton of 2-strokes there. Sometimes, I mean, there's actually a TZ 750 out there. He didn't come this weekend. Maybe he'll be there in South Carolina. We don't know. All in all, I mean, it was a good fun time. We had a great time. Have almost nothing to show for the sidecar. what are you going to do? Yeah, we're going to keep chipping away. Like I say, I got some ideas. But like I say, great vintage racing if you're in the vintage two-stroke stuff, which is specifically what Soul Power Tuning does and what we're all about there. Might be some interesting stuff, and you know, getting out on big 3-mile tracks is not something that a lot of us get to do. We do the vintage scooter racing, Vespas and stuff. We do those on go-kart tracks, but they're so small, such short tracks. Like, as you know, you get up to third gear and then it's time to stop and, you know, and go through a tight turn. So it's really fun, especially on little bikes, to get out there. I mean, you got it pinned and just tucked in the whole time. So, I mean, that's super fun on small bikes. But there's all kinds of crazy bikes out there. And, hopefully we'll get some more footage throughout the season. And every race I go to, I'll try to get a documentation of it and update everybody. And specifically about Holly, Dave, and mine, our try at 250 GP, the premier class in Ahrma. So we'll see how it goes. Like I say, 5th place. If she gets a 5th today, she probably hasn't raced yet at this hour. She might be just starting or whatever. Hopefully I'll get race updates later on today. Maybe I can add them in. All right, well, it is now 1:17 in the morning. Just drove about full 15 hours. It rained the whole way home. Tons of delays, accidents, detours. And then the last 2 hours, it decided it was going to snow. It's snowing actually now. So, made it home. 15 hours, nonstop. Stopped twice for gas. And, yeah, I'm home. Had a hot shower, which felt fantastic. Hot shower. After that long, laying in the van, sleeping in the van, cold. Yeah, I say as it went away again. Rock roll.